Hello once again, everybody. Yeah, this is another edition of my prediction videos. I'm back, and finally, this next month, we are going to see several rather good boxing cards happen. Hopefully. So this is the one that is on the 1st of August, this Saturday, of course. And right away, I would like to start. I was thinking, I was always doing first the smaller fights and then later the big ones. But I was thinking maybe it's better to do the big ones first, so to not keep, keep people waiting and too long. Because I guess some just switch off after a while if they don't hear me talk about any interesting fights first right away. So right away we are starting with the biggest fight of this weekend by far, which is in Thailand, the big Thai showdown between Visak and I'm not Roeng. Yeah, I'm not that good at these Thai names, but who is anyway? So this is a comeback fight, I guess, for both guys because they haven't been active this year, and So Wangek's last fight was in April actually last year, and he lost. When he lost his WBC title to Juan Francisco Estrada on points, and Roeng is he fought in March last year, so he has seemingly he has lost 3 times, I think. Since losing first to John Riel Casimero, he has lost twice, and the last time he was stopped in 5 rounds by Nava von Kaikana. So since that, he's had really only 6 rounds fights, 2 of them, and against guys that are not really world class. So I expect Wangek to win this fight. Because he simply is a better fighter, and he has been fighting at the highest level until now. So yeah. Of course, he has beaten Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez twice, first man to beat him and to knock him out. I expect Wangek to really be dominant this time as well, and since Roeng has been knocked out twice already, we know that that Wangek can do it. Definitely. So I expect a 6th round knockout for Visak Silvangek against Amnat Ring. So that was that first fight. And then we moved to England. There is Sam Eggington versus Ted Cheeseman. So this is a rather important fight for Sam Eggington, who has had several losses recently. And also Ted Cheeseman as well, who has lost twice in in the recent years. So let's see. Sam Eggington has 28 wins with 17 KOs. He's a rather hard puncher. He's not a guy that always or often wins on by a devastating knockout, but sometimes he's got 6 losses, 2 of them by KO. So he's still only 26 actually. But he's a very tall welter. Actually, this is super welter at 5'11". And well, now you have some super welterweights who are really kind of Fundora, for instance. He's 6'7", but he's a freak of nature. So he has been stopped by Liam Smith Eggington in 5 rounds last year in March. And yeah, he has fought actually he's not so long ago anyway, in November, against one very poor fighter. While Cheeseman, he lost to Scott Fitzgerald in his last fight in October on points. So, and that same year he also lost to Sergio Garcia. When I saw Cheeseman for the first time, I could see that he was kind of limited because his whole game plan is like moving up close and going to the body, and he doesn't really have much else on his plan. And that's gonna be a problem, of course, when you face guys that can box, that have a good defense. So yeah, Sam Eggington. Here, just as he looked like he was, on the verge of really breaking through, he knocked out Paulie Malignaggi and Frankie Gavin and, a few other guys, Seferino Rodriguez. So then he lost very, very unexpectedly to Mohamed Mimouna, who was virtually unknown. And then he was stopped also by another unknown guy in only 2 rounds. I haven't seen that fight. I don't know what happened, but maybe it was a cut. I don't know. But this guy, his was really Hassan Muakinho. I never really heard of him. So I expect Sam Eggington to win definitely. Because he's simply, I think, a better fighter than Cheeseman, and even though Cheeseman, he gets rated quite high by the box track, but I don't think he's all that. He's not that good. They are almost equal in height anyway, so that's rather even fight. Why not? So I do think that Sam Eggington will win, but on points. I don't think he will knock out Cheeseman because nobody has yet done that. So maybe, but I don't expect him to do it anyway. Alright, then we have, Jordan Gill versus Rhys Bellotti. That's a little bit interesting matchup. So let's see. Jordan Gill, he's got only 7 knockouts of 24 so far, but he has actually had a few, good. He stopped Ryan Doyle, for instance, in 7 rounds, and yeah, Emmanuel Dominguez, whoever he is. So but he's usually not a puncher, I guess. And he's got 1 loss so far, which was by corner retirement. But that guy was like, the guy he fought, Tinoco, he was like overweight in the fight, so he had a weight. This guy, Gill, had a weight disadvantage in that fight, so yeah. While Rhys Bellotti, he's the clear underdog. He's a puncher actually, but he hasn't really yet beaten anyone really worth talking about, and he has been stopped by Ryan Doyle actually, whom Gill stopped. So yeah, but since Gill is not really usually a puncher, I don't expect him to win by stoppage, because yeah, but I do expect him to win definitely. He on paper he looks like a better fighter, at least that's what I can see. But you never know, how these guys will, how it will go when they, fight, because sometimes there is a fighter who is better, but his opponent's style doesn't suit him, so he, loses because of that and all that stuff. So yeah, I think Jordan Gill wins on points here. Yes. And one interesting fight in USA between 2 undefeated guys, Fulton Jr. versus Angelo Leo. Yeah. So both guys are, Fulton is 18-0, while Leo is 19-0. Let's see. So Fulton has got 8 KOs only, while Leo has got 9. So neither is a very hard puncher, but however, Fulton has a better names on his record, definitely, than Leo. So he's beaten Paulo Sambunda last year by a decision, and this year in January he beat Arnold Kegai, who was undefeated, also by a decision. So yeah, both guys are equal in height. So this is a super bantamweight fight actually. I forgot to mention it's for the vacant WBO title. And Leo is he's beaten a few guys, that are quite decent, like Mark John Yap, Cesar Juarez, but they are not really now anyway world class. I don't know if they ever have been. So yeah, I think this fight is also very likely to go the distance, because neither guy has been stopped yet, and neither guy is a knockout artist. So yeah. But I have Fulton winning on points, just because he's got a stronger record. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so hopefully there will come more good fights soon. And yeah, that was all I had for this time, and I hope you will enjoy this. See you around. Bye bye.